One of the unfortunately downways of making positive changes is that people around you sometimes become negative. It happens with people beginning new fitness regimens. It happens with people who are starting new businesses, and it certainly happens with people who follow tips on the channel to become more charismatic. As they say, haters gotta hate. In this video, you'll find 5 tips to put the haters in their place when they start chirping. First, when people start hating, ignore it. You don't have to laugh at the point of their jokes. You don't have to defend yourself or respond, and you even don't have to look at them. Being ignored is one of the most powerful negative reinforcers, and is often enough to make people immediately change their behavior. If you're one-on-one, you can let awful silence sit, and if you're in a crowd, just go right on talking with someone else who isn't hating. People who are critical are often looking at some reaction, and when you ignore them, they're likely to drop it. Second, when haters are passive-aggressive, act as if they're being genuine. If you hear nice letter, bro, respond as thanks, I'm glad you like it. This will be confusing, and that forces the person hating to actually say what they mean or back down. Either way, you don't have to deal with passive aggression. Third, is Boost, a special brand of passive aggressiveness called I couldn't do that. You tell someone that you're living out of Roman on your quest to save enough money to move to Nashville Valley and hit it big in country music scene, and reply saying, well, I could never live like that. Or you tell them that your new fitness plan that cut off all the sugar, and they say, well, I could never do that, and they look at you just like you're crazy. Your response should be simple like this. It's a good thing that you make decisions for you, and I have to make decisions for me, because if the roles were reversed, that sounds like we both be really unhappy. Go back off immediately. First, when the criticism is coming from people close to you, a little bit vulnerability can go a long way. Resistance is what that compels most haters to continue. They'll tell you you'll never be able to make up. You say you'll for this reason, then they tell you why these reasons aren't good enough. The cycle continues as long as the disagreement is about the fact. But if instead of disagreeing the facts, you share your values and your real concerns, you're likely to have more success. So when someone So when someone close to you say your business will fail, tell them that yeah, it may not work out, but I love what I'm doing and I learn a lot. Or when they say you should quit pursuing your goals, such as become more confident, because that's not what they think you can learn. Reply. Confidence isn't always come naturally to me, so I have to work on it. But I have seen some improvement, and it had a really positive effect on how I feel. So I'll keep going. When you let them know, people tend not to attack when you let them know the emotional reason that you're working on something. Fifth, find a communication. A lot of hate we deal with is coming from people who close to us who don't want us to change. They're invested in us staying the same, even if it comes at the expense of our happiness and growth. So to limit the pushback you receive, find groups that are into what you're into. Go hang out with illustrators who like to draw comics or wanna be comedians who practice improv in the local club. There's a group for almost everything, and you can find it if you Google your town plus the activity you're into. Meetup.com is also great for finding your tribe. So there you have it. 5 tips getting haters to disappear. As you want to join a tribe that are very pro self-improvement, click the button here to subscribe the channel. You may even find some ways to improve that you didn't know you're interested.